Old Testament reading from Isaiah 55, verses 6 through 11. Seek the Lord while the Lord may be found. Call on God while he is near. Let the wicked forsake their ways, and the unrighteous their thoughts. Let them turn to the Lord, and the Lord will have mercy on them, and to our God, for God will freely pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. As the rain and the snow come down from heaven, and do not return to it without watering the earth, and making it bud and flourish, so that it yields seed for the sower and bread for the eater, so is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it. In reading from Hebrews chapter 11, beginning in verse 13, all these people were still living by faith when they died. They did not receive the things promised. They only saw them and welcomed them from a distance, admitting that they were foreigners and strangers on earth. People who say such things show that they are looking for a country of their own. If they had been thinking of the country they had left, they would have had opportunity to return. Instead, they were longing for a better country, a heavenly one. Therefore, God is not ashamed to be called their God, for he has prepared a city for them. And in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 8, verses 18 through 20, and we'll be reading from two different chapters in the Gospel of Matthew today, beginning in verse 18. And when Jesus saw the crowd around him, he gave orders to cross to the other side of the lake. And then a teacher of the law came to him and said, "Teacher, I will follow you wherever you go." And Jesus replied, "Foxes have dens and birds have nests, but the Son of Man has no place to lay his head." And then in Matthew 12, verses 46 through 48. And while Jesus was still talking to the crowd, his mother and brother stood outside waiting to speak to him. And someone told him, "Your mother and brothers are standing outside wanting to speak to you." And he replied to him, "Who is my mother and who are my brothers?" And pointing to his disciples, he said, "Here are my mother and brothers. For whoever does the will of my Father in heaven is my brother and sister and mother." This is the word of God for the people of God. Thanks be unto God.